Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're upgrading our Brompton T Line with the new Cane Creek eeWings version 2, paired with an Alugear 54T oval direct mount chainring. And we'll also be installing the H&H 7-speed Unibody cassette in black. Let's get started. First, we'll start by removing the rear wheel from the Brompton T Line. Once that's off, we can remove the original 4-speed cogs. Using a cassette lock ring tool, I'll loosen and remove the stock 4-speed setup. This one is pretty light. Let's check the actual weight. The original 4-speed cassette weighs only 83 grams. Now let's open the new H&H 7-speed Unibody cassette. This one includes the lock ring and comes in at 107 grams. Slightly heavier, but you can already tell it's built stronger. Look at that finish. The machining and quality on this H&H 7-speed Unibody is top-notch. Before installing, I'll show you how smooth it engages using a lock ring tool. Everything fits perfectly. Now, let's install the 7-speed cassette. Make sure it's aligned and locked in properly. There should be no side-to-side play or push and pull movement. Once it's tight, you can reinstall the wheel back on the T-line. After the wheel is in, I'll hook the tensioner back and replace the chain stopper to make sure it can cover all 7 cogs smoothly. This ensures clean shifting even up to the largest sprocket. Now let's move on to the crankset. I'll remove the tie parts pedals from the old carbon Easton crank arms first, then loosen the crank bolts. And once you unbolt them, the system actually pushes out the arm by itself, working almost like a built-in crank puller. Push the axle through to remove the other crank arm completely. Now we can remove the Ridea carbon bottom bracket using the BB tool. Both the left and right cups. After removing the bottom bracket, I noticed some dirt inside the BB shell. Make sure to clean it properly with a rag before installing the new parts. Our previous setup, carbon crank arms, 54T oval direct mount chainring, carbon bottom bracket and spacers, weighs only 573 grams. Pretty impressive. But let's see what we get with the titanium setup. Let's open up the new BB box, the Alugear chainring, and the eeWings version 2. If you want to see the full unboxing, we have a separate video for that. I'll flash the link on the screen. The Alugear 54T oval chainring looks amazing in person. Lightweight, clean machining, and you can see the arm indicator mark that tells you where to align the crank arm since this is an oval ring. Now, we'll install the chainring directly onto the eeWings 8-bolt crank. Before tightening, I scan the QR code on the box to confirm the torque spec. It's 4 Newton meters. Let's torque all 8 bolts evenly to 4 Newton meters, using a torquey wrench. No shortcuts here. Once everything's tight, we'll move to the other crank arm. Next, we'll open the Cane Creek ceramic Hellbender bottom bracket. Again, I scanned the QR code for installation details to make sure we're following it correctly. Now, let's weigh the complete titanium setup: cranks, chainring, bottom bracket, and bolts. It comes in at 640 grams, heavier than before, but this trade-off gives us better stiffness, power transfer, and long-term durability. This build is about making the T Line bulletproof, not just light. Before installing the new bottom bracket, I use a power blower to clean the shell, then apply a good amount of grease on both sides. We'll install the bottom bracket. Left side first, then the right. Everything fits perfectly, smooth and solid. With the bottom bracket fully installed, we'll now tighten it to the correct torque specification. No spacers were used in this setup. The fitment is perfect, straight out of the box. Next, we'll grease the eeWings spindle before sliding the left crank arm through the bottom bracket. Once that's in, we'll install the drive side arm. Adding the included spacer as required. These titanium cranks from Cane Creek are what they call forever cranks. They come with a lifetime warranty, which says a lot about their confidence in the quality and durability of this product. This is the kind of upgrade that you install once and keep for life. I'll now adjust the crank preloader to make sure there's absolutely no play, while keeping the crank spinning freely and smoothly. Now that both arms are installed, we can loop the chain back onto the new Alugear chainring. Everything lines up nicely and the chain line looks perfect. Let's reinstall the tie parts pedals. As always, add a bit of grease before tightening them in. Then lock them properly. On the non-drive side, we'll attach the quick release pedal for easy packing and travel convenience. Before wrapping up, I'll tighten the main crank bolt to the correct torque spec. That's 52 Newton meters. It's important to follow this exactly, especially with titanium components. And just to show you how smooth these titanium cranks spin, look at that. Effortless rotation, no resistance, and solid alignment. This is where premium engineering really shows. That's it for now. We've completed the installation of the Cane Creek eeWings version 2 titanium cranks, Alugear oval chainring, and the new H&H 7-speed cassette. In the next video, we'll move on to part 2, where we'll install the new Cane Creek ceramic headset. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next part. And as always, this is 781 Brompton Premium Parts, reminding you to ride beyond ordinary.